Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced Wednesday night will be a busy night in Iran as strikes continue in the ongoing conflict. Inflation has accelerated since May, putting added pressure on household budgets. Central Florida experienced an earthquake earlier this week. We have the latest. And a unique dinosaur experience is returning to the Lake Square Mall. Welcome to the Lake Report. It's good to be back with you on LakeFront TV. We begin today's edition of the Lake Report with national news. As the conflict in Iran intensified Wednesday night with a new round of strikes exchanged between both sides. Lake Report national correspondent Ken Facey has the latest.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said the U.S. military will be busy tonight in Iran during remarks after visiting the U.S. Central Command headquarters in Tampa, Florida on Wednesday. Quote, Central Command will be busy tonight because President Trump said we will be hitting Iran hard, and we will be, quote, Hegseth told reporters. Hegseth continued, and that's not because we want to restart anything. We don't have to restart. It's because we are, the War Department, is prepared to set the terms to ensure that we get the kind of deal President Trump expects, quote.
This remains a developing story, and we will continue to bring you updates as more information becomes available. Turning now to the economy, a new inflation report released Wednesday is raising fresh concerns for American consumers. Once again, Ken Facey reports.
Inflation accelerated in May as rising energy costs contributed to pain for consumers, though underlying pressures were less intense. The Consumer Price Index, a broad gauge of goods and services cost across the U.S. economy, rose at a seasonally adjusted 0.5% for the month, putting the annual inflation rate at 4.2%, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Wednesday. Both numbers in line with the Dow Jones consensus, though the monthly number was 0.1% point below the April reading. Inflation climbed above 4% for the first time in 3 years, though the increase met expectations amid concerns over how much the surge in energy prices would impact the economy. The level was the highest since April 2023 and above the 3.8% reading from April. The report arrives at a sensitive time for markets and policymakers as Federal Reserve officials contemplate their next move on interest rates. With the U.S. caught in ongoing hostilities with Iran, concerns are rising that the surge in oil prices could spread to other energy-sensitive parts of the economy.
While many people in the Caribbean felt the earthquake on Tuesday, its effects extended far beyond the region and into the Sunshine State. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, shaking was reported as far north as Tampa. News stations have also received calls from viewers across Central Florida, particularly in the Clermont area. The USGS has cataloged reports statewide, mapping the distance from the quake's epicenter and measuring reported impacts using the Modified Mercalli Intensity Scale, or MMI. Those reports indicate shaking levels ranging from 1 to 4 on the scale based on public observations, spanning from barely noticeable tremors to light shaking felt indoors. Covering news countywide, Wildwood police say officers responded to the Spanish Harbor Drive area following a report of a vehicle being damaged by a woman's ex-husband. When officers arrived, they located the ex-husband suffering from a gunshot wound and immediately began life-saving measures. While receiving medical aid, investigators say the victim identified as Christopher Johnson, the woman's boyfriend, as the individual who shot him. Authorities also obtained video footage from the area showing the victim striking a vehicle with a metal object before walking away toward the exit of the complex. The victim was transported to a local trauma center with serious injuries. Johnson has been charged with discharging a firearm in public or on residential property. This remains an active investigation, and officials say no further details are being released at this time. Lake County commissioners are once again set to consider a proposal to raise the local gas tax. The measure would increase the current levy from 7 cents per gallon to 12 cents, marking the second time in less than a year the proposal has been brought forward. County leaders say the increase is aimed at funding road improvements, expansion projects, and ongoing maintenance across Lake County. While gas prices have recently begun to ease, some drivers say their household budgets are still stretched and are questioning the timing of the proposal, even though the increase would not take effect until 2028. If approved, Lake County would join several other Central Florida counties with the same 12-cent local option gas tax, including Marion, Seminole, Osceola, and Volusia counties, according to the Florida Department of Revenue. The Lake County School Board is moving forward with plans to merge 2 middle schools in the Leesburg area. Under the proposal, Oak Park Middle School would be consolidated into Carver Middle School by the 2027 through 28 school year. District officials say the move would shift students and staff from Oak Park onto Carver's campus, while also expanding academic offerings and better utilizing space at a school currently operating below capacity. Carver Middle School, which sits about 3 miles from Oak Park, enrolled roughly 656 students this year on a campus built to hold about 1,128. The consolidation would bring approximately 500 additional students to Carver. Both schools will continue operating independently through the 2026 through 27 school year. To support the merger, the district plans to add 5 new classrooms at Carver at an estimated cost about $5.4 million, with renovations expected to begin as early as this summer. The Leesburg Commission is considering a 3% increase to its annual fire protection assessment fees for the upcoming fiscal year. If approved, the move would generate additional funding to support local fire services, facilities, and related programs. A public hearing to finalize the assessment rates is scheduled for August 21st. The new rate schedule would begin taking effect for the fiscal year on October 1st. According to city records, the assessment is about to generate about $4.7 million before exemptions and hardship reductions. After adjustments, the city anticipates net revenue of up to $4.25 million. Under the proposed increase, residential homeowners would pay a flat fee of $176 per dwelling unit. During discussion, Commissioner Jay Connell asked how the change would impact residents. City Manager Al Minner said the increase would amount to about $5 per homeowner annually. And as we close this news block, we leave you with a story of local remembrance. Reverend David Lee Connolly, a husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, teacher, itinerant elder, brother, uncle, cousin, friend, and godfather, completed his earthly journey and peacefully entered the presence of the Lord on May 31st, 2026. Reverend Connolly was guided throughout his life by a deep commitment to understanding, uplifting, and serving others. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from Florida A&M University, a foundation that shaped his lifelong work in ministry, mentorship, and encouragement. Reverend Connolly was a public servant, and his love for helping others extended to a managerial level when he became the first Black Operations Program Administrator for the Department of Children and Families. In 1986, Reverend David L. Connolly made history for being the first Black elected city commissioner for the city of Leesburg, Florida. This achievement broke barriers and paved the way for men and women of color to follow in his footsteps. He was known as a mediator and for his peaceful and thoughtful approach to finding solutions in trying situations. In 1989, he became the first Black mayor of the city of Leesburg. In this groundbreaking role, he did not seek power nor recognition, but peaceful progress, always approaching leadership with humility and a heart to serve. Reverend Connolly's leadership continued across 18 consecutive years on the Leesburg City Commission, from 1986 until January 2004. During that time, he served as mayor pro tem in 1988, 1992, and 1993, and served as mayor in 1989, 1994, 1996, 1997 and 1998, and 2003. His influence reached far beyond the chambers of City Hall, and his civic legacy remains deeply woven into the fabric of Leesburg, including his instrumental role in the effort to name a street in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. His civic contributions are etched into the landscape of Leesburg. Thank you for your service, Reverend Connolly. Welcome back to the Lake Report. We're looking ahead to the second annual Poker Run on Lake Harris, a wet and dry event where participants can take part by boat on the water or by car on land. LakeFront TV's Ari Walls heads down to the waterfront to check out the details and find out what this event is all about.
Right now, somebody's fighting a battle alone, in the darkness, in the silence. At Healing Hometown Heroes, we work to partner with businesses and organizations to provide resources, education, and awareness. June 27th is National PTSD Awareness. Today we're at Ski Beach Bar and Grill here in Leesburg to plan for a poker run. We're going to be talking to Ari about how that is all going to work out. You too can take part in this battle and help your local hometown heroes.
We're here at Ski Beach, finding out the ins and outs and all the details for the poker run that's being held here for June 27th for PTSD awareness.
Hi, BJ.
Hi,
Thanks for coming and hanging out with me today.
it's my pleasure.
I know H3 Solutions has a lot going on and a lot of partnerships in Lake County.
Yes, we do. Ski Beach Bar and Grill being one of them. They've partnered with us this June 27th for this poker run. We're really excited about that. One of our goals is to partner with other organizations and businesses in the area to be able to combine resources to provide to our suffering hometown heroes. That way, there's not one single organization attacking this problem from a single angle, because it's a multi-angle problem. We're not going to defeat PTSD and our suicide rates on our own little islands. We've got to combine efforts, link chains, link arms together.
Have a community.
Have a community,
Yeah.
exactly. Work together and combat it together.
I love that. This event's going to be absolutely impactful, especially in this area.
Yes.
I'm very thankful that Ski Beach is willing to host and do all those things to get this going.
Yes, very thankful. Great crew here. They've been nothing but accommodating and everything. So very exciting.
It's going to be a good time. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys this morning?
Good, thank you for
having us. Good. Oh, it's our pleasure. So happy that you're here today. So excited for the PTSD awareness poker run starting here at Ski Beach on the 27th. It should be a lot of fun. I'm so happy to be partnered with the city of Leesburg and the Venetian Center and bringing people to our community and having fun here on this beautiful lake that we have right behind us. You know, being a veteran myself, it's really important to support our veterans, and very passionate for me. All right, well, hey, you guys can step right over here and you can talk with Andy. He's got a lot of information about the day of the event and how it's all gonna go, so have fun. Let's go get him.
All right, let's go check it out. So we're so excited to have this event here at Ski Beach.
Yes, very.
And H3 and everything you guys do for PTSD and supporting the cause. This is a great partnership.
Very good partnership. We're very excited.
Oh,
Hey, welcome. Welcome
See
to
ya.
Ski Beach. Great to have you both. This year we're going to do our second annual poker run, which is this year our Healing Hometown Heroes, H3 Adventures will be our recipient. Last year we had roughly 60 boats. What to expect the day of the event. Last year we did a shotgun start, or you could come here and we have coffee and donuts in the morning. You'll head out to your 4 locations, and the last hand will be dealt here at Ski Beach, followed by light appetizers. We have a 50-50 raffle that day that started now until the day of the event. You don't have to be present to win. We take all your information. We will have cash prizes for the first, second, and third hands, as well as some giveaways, silent auctions. I believe right now we've got some really great prizes for those silent auctions. One is a charter captain is offered a day on the water with him in a fishing, and it'll be just a day of fun.
Oh, hey guys. Morning. Hey, good to see you. Hey, the city's really looking forward to this second annual poker run. We built this 1.5 million pier and dock system, so we're hoping this event will drive boats down here, bring residents down to Venetian Gardens, and celebrate what the city has to offer. My vision is to have every one of these docks full of boats, and we're hoping your event can make that happen for us.
Well, we certainly appreciate the partnership with the city of Leesburg, with H3, and we look forward to it. It should be a great day. It's gonna be
Absolutely. Let's do it.
We appreciate it.
All right.
This is going to be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to this.
I know, I'm so excited. It's going to be such a great event.
Yeah. How do you sign up?
Okay, well, if you go to our Ski Beach Facebook page, we have a QR code on there, and it'll take you to the aces.com to where you can get onto the event and sign up there. We also are doing different raffles and 50/50s a day of. I have a silent auction going on, and one of the prizes is a charter boat fishing.
Oh, very cool. Is it limited to one hand, or can you do multiple?
You can do multiple multiple cards, buy extra cards. You also can have more than just one hand of cards on a boat at a time, so multiple people can buy.
Awesome, very cool.
Yeah.
It's been a great time learning about everything Poker Run PTSD awareness here at Ski Beach. June 27th, we hope to see you there.
What a great way for the community to come together, not just for a day on the lake, but for a cause that carries real weight for those battling PTSD. For more information on the second annual poker run, you can visit the event's Facebook page. And when we return, we take a step back in time, where imagination meets reality, as a prehistoric experience brings dinosaurs back to life at the Lake Square Mall. Welcome back to the Lake Report. I'm Claire Carlton. We're taking you inside a family-friendly attraction that brings the prehistoric world to life right here in Lake County. The second annual Jurassic Mall exhibit is now open at the Lake Square Mall, featuring life-size dinosaurs and an educational, interactive experience for visitors of all ages. It's a unique opportunity for families to explore, learn, and get an up-close look at history right in the heart of the mall.
Believe it or not, this is not a prehistoric zoo that we stepped back in 65 million years ago. No, it's an exhibit taking place at the Lake Square Mall called Jurassic Mall. And if you're asking, well, how does this incredible immersive exhibit come to life? Well, I sat down with the sculptors who curated this entire experience. And hopefully you can enjoy yourself. Are both of you fascinated with dinosaurs, just in general?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When did that begin for the both of you?
For me, it was probably as a child, around my fourth or fifth birthday, you know, opening all the boxes and one dinosaur thing after another. In fact, a lot of the things I got as a child are on display as you walk in. And I saved them over, you know, a long time ago. And so they're out there, and you know, just as a beginning of the tour, because people my age, hopefully they'll recognize, like, oh my God, I remember those as a kid.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. What about you, Lynn?
You know the thing little kids do where they watch the same movie over and over and over? Mine was Jurassic Park. I just was absolutely obsessed.
But your business holistically is sculpting, right? Is what you all do. Tell us how you got started in that business.
I kind of fell into it by accident. I was at a sculpture convention, and I had finished a piece, and I kept circling the table that did stuff similar to what we do, and they liked what I had done, so they asked me to make a real life animal, and I did, and it was popular, and that's kind of how I fell into it.
Wow. Wow. What about you, Lynn?
I was actually a taxidermist for several years and adapted what I learned from that to making prehistoric recreations instead.
What is really interesting about this, it feels like it goes through different time pieces of different dinosaurs. It feels like it was immersively and authentically crafted. Walk us through that experience.
Well, we start out by having a vision of what animals we want to do. There are so many. We want to do one of each, but we got to limit it to our time and our budget, and we come up with an animal we like. We stick it with other animals like this exhibit here. We put them together if they're similar time periods, similar continents and stuff like that, and we come up with little stories to tell in poses and action and backgrounds, like here, how he's leaping to save himself from the fire, and the other two are running, trying to escape also. So we just kind of put that all together to make, a picture says 1,000 words.
A lot of times what we'll do is look at some behavior of a live animal and think, okay, that's something that all wild animals are doing. What would it look like when a dinosaur is doing that behavior?
Yeah, we actually posed one of the animals in the back that we modeled off a snowy egret from here in Florida, from just a single picture we found, and the pose of the, I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of, a little heron fishing, and the way he was positioned on the log, and the intensity of the action in his eyes, because he was obviously still, just waiting, and that's what we tried to capture in the one in the back. The fact that we know little about them, but yet we know a lot about them in some ways, but a lot of it is just interpretation. And it really, it's like, oh, why don't we do this one with a blue tint? Why don't we do this one with green? And it's the imagination part behind it, that, and we try not to duplicate it in each one we do, so it's not a constant, but we try to keep them as realistic as possible. We go a little crazy with paint jobs and feather displays and stuff, but if you look at the animals in real world, it's all based on reality. A lot of the paint jobs and the feather patterns and the scale patterns we use are from animals today.
These are some of the dinosaurs from your childhood.
Yeah.
Walk me through, I love this. Walk me through some of these figures.
This is a Styracosaurus, a Triceratops, an Allosaurus, and obviously the T-Rex.
Wow.
Yeah, these came out in the late 60s, early 70s from Aurora.
Okay.
And I think Revell got the licensing for them later on after that. They're actually still available in some remake kits.
Wow.
But the originals were... well, you can tell that they were kind of painted by, someone a little bit younger with less experience. But
and today, even when kids come on by, even though these were from the 60s, they still fall in love with figures like this.
Yeah, I mean, imagine being only, less than 3 feet tall, having this, opening this up.
Yeah.
And putting it together, and and then painting it, and yeah, it was an
This is Gnathosaurus, and he was a little pterosaur, almost certainly specialized in eating fish, judging from the fact that he had hundreds of long needle-like teeth. Like a lot of pterosaurs, we don't actually have a bony crest, but every single time they find a fossil imprint of a pterosaur, they end up having a soft tissue crest. So I put that on him, and got him doing some natural behavior that I had to spend well over an hour researching if he could actually bend his neck this way.
Interesting.
And just from a technical standpoint, I worked extremely hard on this little guy.
It's amazing. It's really, and the intricacy of the feathers and the positioning is really, really cool. So Keith mentioned that there's stories that happen here. So what, in this particular scene, in this environment, what's his story?
So parasites have lived on Earth for the entire history. As long as there's been animals, there have been parasites living on those animals, and even the parasites have at least one parasite. So dinosaurs and pterosaurs, they were not immune to that. And this little guy, he got some prehistoric fleas, and he's giving his ear a good scratch. You actually see even horses scratching their ears with their back feet, and I just wanted to depict that little moment in time.
Yeah, they're all pretty, well, this top shelf and the bottom shelf are two different scales. We have a little Spider-Man in there to show estimated the size of an average, 6-foot human to what these animals would be today. This is like a 1/18th, 1/20th scale. And these are just collections that I've sculpted a couple of these, and other ones from collections going, God, easily 20 years back from the original Jurassic Park. And so, I just put them all together and to fill up some space, and because we can't put a 120-foot animal in here, so we're putting the scale models in, and we put the giraffe and the elephant and the Spider-Man in there for scale reference to show exactly how big they would be today. In fact, a lot of these versions are actually smaller than the size that they actually had grown. Since these were made, they have easily found ones that grow bigger. Same species, but easily could grow up to another 30, possibly 50 feet in length.
Do you think it's important when you sculpt things to bring a piece of yourself into it? Something that literally you got, that you bring into the experience?
Oh yeah, it's everybody's own style.
Yeah.
But everybody borrows from somebody else.
Yeah.
Because you go back to the original guys like Charles Knight and stuff, and their influence is still there today.
Yeah.
But everybody has their own style and feel, and this is something I did, God, probably close to 20 years ago now.
Oh,
but you could see from what they used to think to what there was 20 years ago, and now they look like this.
Yeah.
How Lynn, taxidermied all the feathers and everything on them.
Yep.
It's possible that even though this guy was up to 8 to 9 feet long, he still probably could have had a coat of feathers on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really.
But back then, 20 years ago, it was a scaly lizard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's fascinating.
Thank you.
And Dinosaurs obviously has captured the fascination of young and old. Why do you think that this experience, touches anyone that's able to walk in here?
Well, the main thing is that these were real animals and not movie monsters. And what we really want to bring to life is the fact that these were actual creatures that lived in our world, and to create the most realistic, up-to-date depictions of them to give people a glimpse into our past.
And so we're doing a grand opening on June 6th at 1:30, and we'll hope you come down and check that out.
What does that mean to you all that you get to bring those experiences to Leesburg now? You almost get to, somebody could walk out of here and buy their own dinosaur because they're inspired by one of these scenes. What's that mean to you?
I'll let you take that one.
The main thing is just being able to share our love of these really incredible animals, and just try and convince other people to love them as much, and how worthy it is to study the past, and it really just enriches all of society the more we know.
Dinosaurs may be extinct, but the history they leave behind fuels our imagination if these creatures were to live in a time period that we existed in. And it's so fascinating that we could come here at the Lake Square Mall at Jurassic Mall to live amongst these creatures just for a little while and experience the magic of dinosaurs, family, fun, and memories. We'll see you next time, LakeFront TV.
We hope you enjoyed that look inside the Jurassic Mall exhibit at the Lake Square Mall, bringing dinosaurs, discovery, and family fun together right here in our community. For more information on the exhibit, visit lakesquaremall.com. And as always, we want to hear from you. Send us your story ideas at lakefronttv@leesburgflorida.gov. And don't forget to follow and like LakeFront TV on all of our social media platforms to stay connected with the latest local stories, events, and community highlights. That's going to do it for this edition of the Lake Report. Until next time, get outdoors and explore this beautiful place we all call home.